4 or 5 years.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years. And so I I I am in 35 years old. I'm married. I don't have kids, but I want a lot. And I don't know. And I like a TV series. The TV series that I like so much is the Blacklist. I don't know if you know. In There is in Netflix. But now I'm watching Yellowstone in Netflix too. And about music, I heard everything, but I like the most rock. I think in hockey, but read I hear about everything since the YouTube until the I don't know Barões da Pisadinha. I know everything.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's
and you was talking about the books. I trying to return the app to read books, but it's difficult sometimes. But I trying. In most of the days, the books traveling with me here from my home until my work and back inside the bag, and that's way.
something that really helped me. It was the Kindle because it's small, it's
Yeah,
good to walk together, and we can read everywhere. So if I'm on the bus, at the train, or in my bed, I can read it with no problem. So I really like Kindle. And what about you, Andrea? Please introduce yourself.
Yes, so I'm Andrea. I live in Guarujá, the coast of São Paulo. I am an assistant administrative in a Japanese restaurant. I am responsible to pay the bills, pay the employees, buy the things for the restaurant, a lot of things. I like to listening to music. I really love you too, as you know, and a lot of another bands because I am a rock girl. I really like going to a concert, and this month, in the end of the month, I will go to Lollapalooza for 3 days. Oh my gosh, let's see what will happen because I don't know, I don't have so much energy nowadays, So I am excited because yes, it will be my first time in Lollapalooza alone. So let's see. Uh, I like to read the books, but it took me a while to start uh, reading books because I don't have time, guys. I started reading a, a book in English from Bono from YouTube. He wrote this book. I started, but yeah, for me it's very difficult. Not because it's in English. It's a challenge to read a book in English, but I don't have time, and I need to change it. To have more time. Instead of staying on the cell phone, try to read a book. It's better. That's it, guys, about me.
Great. So, uh, you two are trying to return to read books, and you two studied together. It's something really interesting. So I really want to know from you, your relations about book is studying. How do you use it to study English, for example? Andrea, do you use an app just at school? You use it physical books, books. How do you use it to study English?
Now, as I finished the course, I am training here on Talk and Talk, and I like to listen in podcast in English because it's better yeah, it's necessary to training my listening skills. And I used to use, I don't know if it's correct. How can I say, guys? The app da Corujinha. Oh my gosh, I
Duolingo.
forgot. Yeah, thank you. Duolingo, but a long time ago. Uh, yeah, basically, I like more physical books because I like to write. For me, when I write, for me, I maintain the information in my mind. For me, it's easier. Uh, yeah. Stay here on Talk and Talk. That's it.
Perfect. Yeah, when I studied English, I also like it physical books because I have no idea why. I'm the guy of the computer, the technology, but when I'm studying something, I try to avoid this. I think that my mind goes to many different places when I use a cell phone or my notebook. So I do not like study using that. And what about you, Thiago? How do you use it to study English?
So I try study the different ways. So I for speaking I use it to hear, but I sometimes I have difficulty to reschedule the the conversations, and Andrea always is talk to me. Oh, come on, let's go to schedule your mark your conversation, anything. And no, and I watching series or films or movies in English with subtitles in English. I like so much, and nowadays I try to see new movies, not the same movie to improve. I watching the new movies and the all English. I like for apps. I like so much lyrics training about music is if you have friends. I forget the we have a space and you need to complete the lyrics with the words the correct words. And some days ago I buy this one. Oh, oh, 1 minute.
This is a nice book.
Yeah, this one.
Oh,
And
English grammar
I
news.
yes, I started to complete to review the grammar because I'm not like Andrea. Andrea is the so good in grammar.
Come on, come on. I really
Oh
love
yeah,
studying
yeah,
grammar, but I cannot put
the
grammar in
best one
my speaking. Yeah, it's
for
terrible for
our
me.
our class. The best one is Andrea in grammar.
In grammar.
Everything every time I told this.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I have to say that I try to not think so much about grammar, about verbs when I'm here. I realized after I said that it sounds a little bit strange. So okay, it sounds strange. So why it sounds strange? But when I'm speaking here, I try to not think about grammar, about verbs, because it doesn't help me. It just makes me feel anxious. I start to think, Jesus Christ, I'm trying the right thing. I have no idea. So I try to avoid this.
Yeah, I changed my mind to Leo because I am very shy. And for me to speak in English, it was terrible. I like to study grammar, but nowadays I confess that I don't mind about if I am correct or not. I just like to open my mouth, and speak because it's very nice. And I didn't have this opportunity to speak, so I try to enjoy more this.
And what about you, Thiago? How do you feel when you are talking English? Do you start
Uh,
to think about grammar?
I try. I try. I like so much improve my speaking, but sometimes I make some mistakes. I know. So I think if I study English, grammar English about in a book, maybe improve my the construction, correct the sentences. I think this way. And the I'm engineer, so I need paper, pencil machines, physical things to study. It's necessary for me. And uh, I try. How can I say? Test other type, other ways to study English. But I confess the book for me is better. And in this way,
Great. You said something really interesting. You are engineering.
yeah.
So, have you ever used ChatGPT to learning about engineering things in English?
No, not yet. But when I working in my work in my job, we have access to journals, scientific journals, and books, and sometimes I read in the platform online. But not ChatGPT, I never use it. But one day I will. My wife
Yeah,
is using to. My wife is a teacher for children, the primary school, and sometimes she uses the ChatGPT or Gemini. I know. I think to making tests, making exercise, planning the class.
interesting. Yeah, and it's interesting because we can, for example, I work with IT. So I can search on ChatGPT how to learning about IT, how to learn IT words in English, for example. And so it's more focused on IT words and sentences. And what about you, Andrea? Have you ever used ChatGPT?
Yes, I am using ChatGPT because of Talk and Talk. I need to make my, how can I say, my questions for the immersions. And for example, I like to create the questions and I put on ChatGPT to just correct if it's necessary, because I like to force myself to thinking about the questions and write the grammar correctly. So I just put on ChatGPT just to correct if it's necessary. If it's not okay, I know that I am doing a great job, and I try to do it on ChatGPT. It's very interesting because yeah, it's nice when you realize that you are right. Okay, so I am happy.
Great. And Andrea, you said at the beginning that sometimes you spend a lot of time using cell phone or you have a problem with technology with time. So, have you ever used the parents control of your cell phone to see how much time do you use it to spend on your cell phone and what apps do you use it the most?
No, no. I know which apps I use the most is Instagram because I like to study on Instagram. I follow a lot of teachers and I like to watch some tips, something like that, just to put a lot of information on my cell phone. But yeah, I don't do it, and I use my cell phone at work also because I need to contact the employees, not the, how can I say, the suppliers to buy the things. So I am always on the WhatsApp, so that I hate WhatsApp because I work with it, and when I arrive at home, I try to forget about WhatsApp. But yeah, the most of time I use because of this. I am at work and I need to to buy the things, and I need to contact the suppliers. And when I arrive at home, I forgot about everything and try and start to watching my how can I say, my Instagram. It's terrible, guys. It's terrible.
Yeah, a lot of time using cell phone.
Yeah.
And what about you, Thiago? Have you ever used the parents control to see how much time you spend on cell phone and what is your favorite apps?
Yes, I tried twice in in order to close the app when I was in a long time with the app, but I give up because all time closed. Really, really. I like so much Instagram, but not like Andrea to study English. I love see his Instagram. I see a lot, and we start to send it a lot for my friends all the time, all the day.
Sharing fake news, Laos, on Instagram. Just kidding, guys.
Come
I
on.
yeah, I like so much views. Reels is it's the best. I said I think I make it, I haven't seen reels about 1 hour, 2 hours about this. I waste my time with
Jesus
yeah, really.
Christ.
I like so much.
Yeah, I realized this. Yeah, I have to say that I use the parent control because I'm just like Thiago and Andrea with Instagram. I have no limit. So I decide to put a limit on this. So it's only 4 minutes per day and it is blocked on my cell phone. So it's it started I think last week. So yeah, I think I'm using this in a moderate way. So I'm using and then I realize, oh, I have just 10 minutes to finish my time today. So I use it is at night, for example. I do not spend time with no limits anymore.
Very nice, Leo. And guys, I forgot to say, I use Twitter too. Nowadays it's X, I don't know how to say. And Twitter is terrible for me because I don't have patience to stay on Twitter to read the comments about F1, for example, and not fight with the person, you know. I start to fight on Twitter and I'm getting crazy, guys. I am avoid to use to open my Twitter in this time of racing F1 because of this. I am always fighting and it's terrible. And I have a problem. For example, I go to my bed for about 10, yeah, 10:30 p.m. And I use my cell phone when I realize 9:30 and I am on my cell phone just rolling the screen, you know, it's terrible, guys. It's terrible. I need to change it. I am trying.
Put a limit.
Yeah, I need.
Yes, I changed my habits some weeks ago in order to when I have lunch in my breakfast, I put my phone far to me and I sit on the table and take my breakfast and not to see my mobile phone and no watching TV. I trying, but when I enter the Instagram, some friends send me, "Oh, come on, where is my friend? He doesn't. What are you doing? He doesn't send me a reels today."
Yeah, guys, it's
Come
terrible.
on. Yeah, I have to say that Andrea use uh in the right way X, but you do not use it in the right way Instagram. The right way is just like Thiago uses. The,
Yeah, to share the reels for the friends.
yeah. And guys, I would like ask you something that I forgot totally. That because okay, I remembered. Andrea said that she used it to go with the cell phone to her bed. So I really want to know from you, Thiago and Andrea as well, if you use it something to manage or to see how much time you use it to sleep, the quality of your sleep. And there's something smart watches that they have this kind of control. So do you use any of these, Andrea?
No, no, Leo. And my quality, sleep quality is so bad because I go to bed, I spend a lot of time to relax, to start sleeping. And I wake up many times during the night. And every time that I need to, for example, I wake up, I go to my bedroom, for example, and when I return, I am, oh my God, it's difficult to return to sleep. For me, I have how can I say, sono leve? Leve? I don't know how to say. I have a sono leve, and
Difficult to sleep. We can say the
yeah, I
opposite.
have difficult to sleep. And everything it's a noise for me. I am starting. Oh, I wake up, So my 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 sleep's not good, unfortunately. Because of this, when I wake up and I need to go to work, I am very tired because I don't have a good sleep in the night.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. And what about
Uh,
you, Thiago?
Sometimes ago, some years ago, I was use using watch by Xiaomi, but I lost it. So nowadays didn't didn't use I don't use nothing. I control my sleeping in calculate the hours that I sleep about it's about 7 hours. Ao contrary, Andrea, I don't have problems to sleep. I just
Oh
lay
God,
and turn the left
it's
and
my dream.
it's okay. And see that I work in a shift. So I work in 2 days in the morning during the day and then 2 days during the night. So I arrive in my home, take my shower, play, and sleep with the angels.
Nice.
And but one thing that I now a few weeks I think I have I don't know how can I say tomar tomar in the like a medicine. I using the
Take?
melatonin melatonina. I don't know how can I say in English, but melatonina is useful to how can I say improve your sleeping. It's not a medicine to sleep. It's not is a medicine to help to maintain in your body rest in the how can I say the deep sleep, you know, sono profundo.
Nice. I need it,
Uh,
Thiago.
yes, yeah, it's a good. You really rest, but I don't have problems. I
Yeah, I do
what
not understand this.
Yeah,
But you took this if you do not have problems.
because how can I'm working in a shift, so during the night I started to sleep in 8 a.m. and during the day I need to sleep. So sometimes I need to take the pill in order to rest, in order to work in the next night.
Oh, I got it.
Makes sense.
Yes, it's different the sleeping during the day and sleep during the night. So sometimes I use, but it, the one thing is annoying me during the sleeping. TV or sometimes my wife turn on the TV because I have a TV in the bedroom, in the room, and I go to turn off the TV and hide the control.
Jesus. Yeah, in my case, I work from home. So I do not I avoid using cell phone, as I said. I think that it's not a good idea for me. I do not have control. I accept that this is a point. So I avoid this. So when I go to the bed, for example, I use my Kindle. And so I read before sleep, and I just turn off all the things off my cell phone, the Wi-Fi, the sounds, the everything, because I know that if there is any sound of any notification, I will see, I will spend a lot of time using, so I avoid everything related to cell phone. And I just turn on again around midday because I wake up, I start to study, and then I start to work, and I have no reason to use my cell phone. So I will not use this without a necessity.
Very nice, Leo. It's a nice tip. I will try to do it because yesterday, guys, I went to bed early, like 10:30 p.m. It's early for me. Uh, and I forgot about my cell phone and I started to receive the notification. And guys, I was getting crazy to take my cell phone and see the notification, the messages, but I thought, no, if I do it, I will not sleep. So I got to control myself yesterday in order to not take my cell phone. But it's very hard, it's an addiction that we have to stay with the cell phone on the hands, if you feel it, guys. And I will try do it every day, forget about my cell phone at least 10 p.m. And I will try to, how can I say, turn off the notification. It's a good idea, Leo.
Yeah, you said something really, really interesting, Andrea, because there are people who really feel anxious when they are not with their cell phone. So it's a huge problem. Uh, even it's a problem because even if we do not have a notification or something that uh even we don't have a reason to took the cell phone to see anything, we are with it in your hands and we are just turning on this to see if there is a notification or something like this. I don't know if you are like this, but sometimes I
Not
have
yet.
this problem.
Thank God, not yet. I am not like this.
Yeah, and I try to also turn off everything when I'm with my friends. So I try to know I'm here with them. I will not put my mind on cell phone. So yeah.
I turn my notifications off too. But after when I saw the documentary, The Dilema das Redes and the Privacidade Hackeada, after this I turn off my notifications and this. But I not to and my mobile phone is always in silent mode, always. It's not ring. So I don't when in a bed I just to put recharge battery and this I leave there and okay morning I see something but Instagram it's complicated but WhatsApp is okay for me.
For Andrea, no, she hates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate WhatsApp, but I use.
Yeah, and Thiago, you said about Dilemma das Redes, and there is something that today have many data from us. And I really want to know if you use that is Alexa. Do you have an Alexa?
No, I don't have
No.
and I don't want to take one
Why?
because so I think when you put like Alexa, you can be open way to others in how can I say enter in your house, in your wider, in your web, in your how can I say rede, in your home, in
Net.
your wireless, in your net, in your computer. So a little. I think it's a little. I afraid about this. Really, I don't like the sensation that one is control me or observe me. So like this, I turn my notifications and I try to control myself about it.
Except to your wife.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not my
strange to
control
think. It's strange to
because
think. Go ahead, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead,
No,
Giselle.
no, I just to say it's strange to think about it. I agree with you.
Because I think when you see the documentary about the Dilemma dos Redes, the guys that made a statement to documentary. It's people like YouTube, like Instagram. It's an engineer of softwares and the guys to create the buttons like share like this and almost then say that don't allow your children to access some platforms, some apps, and turn off the notifications and like this. So I think about this, and now because this point I don't use Alexa in my house. I try to maintain sometimes offline.
And what about you, Andrea? Do you have a Alexa?
No, and now I think I will not have because Thiago makes me feel afraid about it. And I have never watched this series, Dilemma das Redes. I needed to watch, but I always postpone to watch this. I need.
It's a really really good. It's like a mobile phone. When you say something near your mobile phone, when you open in a browser on a Instagram or another platform, sometimes always we send you advertisement, advise about the thing you think, the thing of you speak.
Yeah,
So mobile phones speaking you, see you.
yeah,
So about
yeah.
this, I think.
Talk about devices, Thiago. Do you use it to buy your things on online or in a physical store?
Online, sometimes online. Most times I use online, but my credit card is, how can I say, clonado? Clone? It's cloned.
Cloned?
Cloned. My credit card cloned. I think 3 or 4 times. I did change.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I make a virtual credit card, and I abilitate the card, buy and block again.
Come
Yeah, it's
on.
really, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
well,
working.
yeah. My data was leaking sometime on the internet, and the other guys trying to buy 2 things in a Casas Bahia in my name, and create a Pix key with my name. Really, it's a long job to disabilitate these things. So it's complicated, really. And my wife is saying me, you are crazy about data, and you something you are spying you and have your credit card cloned twice, 3 times, and your data is leaking.
And what about you, Andrea? How do you use it to buy your things?
Yeah, I like to buy things on internet, but I am not like Thiago that I think Thiago may I don't know, maybe you start buying things in a lot of sites, you know. I try to buy the things in the sites that I know that it's secure. Sorry,
Yeah.
Thiago. Because of this, I am afraid about the credit card because once I had some problems and it's crazy.
The last one, I was in a restaurant eating hamburgers with my wife and friends, and I pay with my credit card, with my card, physical card, and I leave in 10 minutes. I received the notification. Will buy something in a site, la 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 la. And twice trying to international thing, buy international things with my credit card. I need to block and send the message and ask
Yeah.
someone again. The last time is a
Come.
physical in a restaurant.
Yeah, and when you use your physical cards, do you use it to put it inside the machine or uh
Okay.
just use the
Mm,
contactless?
only contactless, only. But I nowadays I use contactless, and I put if I need to something about, I don't know, 50 reais, 100 reais, we need to put a key, the password to complete the buy, to complete the shop. Yeah,
And you, Andrea, do you use the contactless or you put your card inside the machine?
Well, depending on the place, I put the card on the machine, but on supermarkets, for example, I prefer put the inside on the machine. Yeah. But I use both. For me, it's not a problem.
Yeah,
or I use a
because
Pix.
what?
Sorry?
Or I use a Pix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I use a Pix a lot.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, but I have to say that I have a problem with the contactless because I forgot my key every time. I use it so much the contactless that I just forgot the key of my card.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, sometimes there is a limit of price that we can pay by contactless, and when it's more than this limit, I just start to pray for God to remember my key.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I use the same key for the all the credit cards, the things that I have. Sometimes I need to change something because I need a letter or I need some more to numbers. But basically, it's the same key, the same password.
Nice. And guys, something opposite uh of this conversation about technology, apps, digital tools. Do you miss something when it doesn't exist? Do you miss, for example, buy something in a physical store? Um, I have no idea. Use a map, physical map. Do you miss something that use it exist and it doesn't exist anymore?
Gosh, it's a difficult question. I don't know. Can you start, Thiago? Because I am thinking here about.
I think not me, but I think for me not my seeing my godson, my the children of my friends. I think I miss about the toys without technology for children, and I think like when I was a child, we sometimes I don't know how can I say, but a gente pinava pipa, for example. And nowadays the children not play with this. So and I think I miss this and these these toys and some programs to TV for children. I think when I was a child is better.
Great. And AT, Andrea?
No, I have no idea, guys. Maybe, I don't know. Nowadays we can see a videotapes. There is a tape and disco. I don't know what to say disco in English. Nowadays we can see, but we don't have so much. Ai, guys, I'm sorry. A gente não tem a vitrola lá, não sei como é que chama aquilo, né?
No idea.
Long player. Long
Yes,
player.
just for Spotify and streaming things, you know. I miss this kind of things.
But that is one thing is the better in the 19 decade is the birthday parties. The birthday parties the best in the 19th.
Come on, it was terrible, especially around 20s because they used it two players. It was terrible that movies. It was insane. Come on.
Have you ever seen the channel on the YouTube called Canal 90?
No.
It's about the things in the 19th decade. It's nice. It's nice.
Come on. So guys, welcome back again. So how was the conversation, Igor?
It was good as always. We had some very interesting opinions about how to organize our routine and things like that. And I can say that the most organized person in the other room is definitely Elton or Charles because they have they have how can I say they usually really write things on Elton, if I'm not wrong, he writes everything on Notion. So that's way advanced to me, man. I don't write anything. I just go by my head, just follow the flow, you know. Most of the time I leave things to the last minute and you know sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Do you agree with this, Elton?
Yeah, yeah. It was a great conversation. By the way, Igor also gave me a tip about the Outlook. So now I was taking a look and I saw some interesting thing to do there. By the way, I can create some kinds of to-do list, and I will try that. And I enjoy the topic. It was great. Thank you.
Great. And what about you, Charles? How do you use it to manage your
It's
things?
it's very good. We have some insights, and then I help me some organize, and then that's very good.
Your meet, it's seems so organized. It's so cool, so calm. Here we were crazy. Yeah.
Organize routine, work routine.
And what about you, Marcos?
I think it was very nice, man. It's my third time. My first time was with Igor, and I'm very nervous. I'm today more relaxed, and I can say I'm not freezing so much like the yesterday, and it was very good.
Did you drink something?
Not yet,
Ah,
not
come
yet.
on. Okay, guys. So we have to finish this conversation. We do not have time anymore. But before we finish this, I will send for you the survey. So please answer this, okay, guys? And that's it. See you on next Friday. Have a great weekend, a great week, and that's it. See you
Thank
all,
you,
guys.
Leo.
Thank you,
Bye-bye,
guys.
guys.